Ladies and gentlemen, I feel validated, okay? And the reason why is because I saw a few YouTubers talking about this one topic that I've been talking about the last few weeks, and it's about conflict. And why injecting conflict brings people together. Why? The reason why that is because when you have conflict with someone, the resolution of that conflict reveals a lot about you and the person. One, it reveals their ego, how toxic they are, whether or not they think they don't need to work on anything. And two, the reconciliation creates a deeper bond. It's not about the conflict that's the problem. It's about the reconciliation, but also it's the fact that when you have conflict, you're able to resolve things, and then you feel closer. It's a fucking win-win. What are we talking about here? Anyways, let's. So we have a few stories we're gonna be reading over that relates to this topic. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, and I'll see you guys inside. Okay, let's start this. I met my partner at a friend's backyard barbecue 2 weeks ago. I don't know why you put a comma on that. It was one of those lazy afternoons that stretched lazily into the evening, filled with laughter and smoking scents of grilling. You got invited to the cookout, lady. Oh, dude, I don't know what the hell this one is lately. We clicked over shared interests, finding comfort in each other's presence almost immediately. In other words, you guys liked each other. You guys had chemistry. People don't just get chemistry because they have things in common. Yeah, that's true. That does happen. But most likely, it's because you guys like each other, right? You get like, oh, they were born in September fucking 28th, and I'm September 27th. We have a bond, and I fell in love because it's like, no. Like, when you like someone, you find reasons to be with them. It could be that you guys were born in the same hour of the 20th day of the 20th hour. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people would look for any reasons to connect when they like you. We clicked over share. Okay, fast forward to today. We've been dating for over a year and a half. Our relationship has been filled with moments of deep connection and affection. But there's something that's been troubling me lately. Okay? You see, I've always been someone who avoids confrontation at all costs. I'm like that a little bit. Whether it's minor disagreements or more significant issues. I tend to be more confrontational when it's significant issues. I tend to back down, hoping to avoid conflict. I thought this trait made me an easygoing person. But it's starting to feel more like a weakness. Recently, I noticed a shift in how my partner perceives me. Where there used to be respect and attraction, there seems to be a growing distance or undercurrent of frustration from their side. For example, whenever we need to decide on something together, like where to go to dinner or which movie to watch, I just go along with whatever they suggest. Even if I have a different preference, I thought this would keep things smooth, but it seems to be doing the opposite. A few months ago, they suggested we take a small break. A weekend away separately to enjoy some me time. I was anxious about the idea, but agreed. Surprisingly, during the weekend apart, my partner was more attentive than they had been in weeks, calling and texting to check on me. It was as if giving them space flipped a switch, reigniting their interest. But once we were back in our routine, I found myself slipping back into the old pattern like a drug addict who was sober during rehab, but as soon as you went back to the Bronx, you start. But once we were back to our routine, I found myself slipping back into my old patterns, texting them frequently, asking for reassurance, and avoiding any situation that might lead to disagreement. Let me tell you something, man. There's nothing wrong with asking for reassurance. The problem is when you're not aware of people's reaction. My clinginess, stemming from a fear of losing them or facing their disapproval, only seems to push them further away. I'm reaching out because I'm afraid of my inability to stand up to myself and express my needs is eroding the foundation of our relationship. How can I address this issue without risking conflict? I don't want my partner to see me as weak or needy, but I'm not sure how to change the dynamic between us. How can I maintain my sense of self while ensuring we grow stronger together? Let me answer your question. Look, a lot of people just don't understand human nature. And the reason why is this, is because when they think of confronting someone, they think that the person who they're confronting is gonna hate them, and that they're gonna stay mad forever. But what you notice, just pay attention to your life. Honestly, I tell people, you don't need to do research about human nature. All you gotta be is just observe yourself. And what you will observe is this. If you had good friends when you were younger, one of the things that you will notice about having good friends is that you guys were always better friends after the fight. At least for guys, not for women. Women is not the same, to be honest with you. When studies show that women have a harder time being friends after you sock them in the face. not among women, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been friends with friends that punch me in the face, power drive me like they're in WWE, and then the next day we were practicing WWF together, right? Conflict doesn't alienate people, it brings them together. And that's why you were shocked when they wanted space, that when they came back they were more affectionate towards you. And that's because you just don't understand people. A lot of the times you develop those belief systems because when you were a child and you try to stand up to your parents, they reacted to you with authority. They told you to be quiet and they put you on a timeout. Even your teachers, you have been trained to be punished whenever you stand up to authority. Authority in this sense isn't just somebody who's above you. It's somebody who you are afraid of confronting. There's only one reason why you're afraid of confronting them, because you feel like they have some authority. You will never do that to a puppy. Puppy fucks up, you're gonna confront that puppy. What's up, puppy? Sorry. Right? And so these oh my fucking God, he's the devil. Shut up, man. I'm not the devil. This just got dark. 1 second. Let's make sure it's fixed. So that's what tends to happen, right? Oh shit, sorry. The conflict makes people, shows you how much they respect you, because if they don't respect you, they're not gonna hear your problems. They're gonna say, what the fuck are you talking about? Get back to your place, right? Or I'm doing you a favor being with you. What are you talking about? Or it'll force them to grow as people, because there are things that they do with you or do to you that they're not aware of sometimes, and you confronting them and letting them know the problem, like I said, creates awkward moments, and then it forces them to take responsibility, and then it forces them to grow. Why? Because in order to fix the issue, you have to grow as a person. Maybe you're too selfish, maybe you're not considerate, and they're telling you being inconsiderate, and they're threatening to leave if you keep fucking up that way. So then you feel fear, which is pain, which is conflict. It creates a sense of insecurity. It forces you to try to win them over because you know they're pissed off because you pissed them off. And then you start to look inside and self-reflect. And then you try to fix it, you apologize, and the bond you guys had gets closer. Each time this happens. Until you guys become one. Conflict brings you guys together. Just like stress. Not having stress is not good for you. They call that eustress. There's two types of conflict. Conflict that destroys and conflict that builds up. And a lot of people equate conflict with destroying, when in reality it's actually a building tool. I just want you to change your perception of conflict, of intention, and arguments. Don't see it from the place of the Bronx with your Timberlands and stuff like that, right? No, see it from this perspective. Anytime you had a good friend and you fought, you guys always got closer. It's just how it is, people, right? How can I start addressing this issue without risking conflict? You think conflict is bad. It's not bad. Conflict reveals. It forces people to show their cards. It forces people to show the weapons that they use in battle. It forces people to show their true nature. So stop seeing conflict as a bad thing. The only reason why you see conflict as bad is because you find it uncomfortable. Just like you find it uncomfortable, they find it uncomfortable. And if you are confronting them with an uncomfortable force, with an energy that they're trying to run away, but you're not letting them run away, who comes across as more confident? Who comes across as more as controlling their dynamics? Now, this is not about control, but I'm just telling you why this works. There's a lot of things that is going on psychologically as to why conflict, tension, and arguments tends to bring people together. I don't want my partner to see me as weak or needy. Well, when you're not, an army who's not willing to go to war is an army that is all talk and no, and I was gonna say all talk but no bluff, but it's just bluffing. You have to be willing to go to war. There's strength, there's peace and strength. Anybody that tells you there's peace and weakness is really a coward, masquerading as someone who has patience and prudence. I don't want my partner to see me as weak or needy, but I am not sure how to change the dynamic between us. How can I maintain my sense of self while ensuring we grow together? You grow together through conflict. You don't grow together with singing the Hakuna Matata with them. You grow together through having conflict, having those arguments, forcing yourself to look at yourself how you're wrong and how they're wrong, and together through conflict you grow. You don't grow through peace. No, you grow through conflict. You guys have disagreements, and then you prove to yourself this relationship is strong because you guys were able to endure the conflict. That's how the cookie crumbles. And at the core of this is your inability to walk away. That's at the core of this. You're afraid of losing them. So you're afraid of standing up to yourself. Standing up to them. Your self-esteem, your self-respect is more valuable. You might think nobody knows the bullshit you've accepted. They could tell. They could tell in your face, in your anxious face, in your unwillingness to confront. All of that means you've had bad experiences. All of that means you've been played. You've been led astray, you've been run amok and flat out punked and bamboozled. You think people don't know you? You think people cannot tell your reputation through your face? They could tell how you react. The fear in your face that you try to hide with a look of valor and strength. People can sense that. How? It's like smelling your damn BO even though you put perfume. Who wants to smell that shit? Like, if you have bad ingredients, I don't care how good your chef is, if the ingredients are bad, the food can be, fuck that, that's actually wrong. You can have shitty ass food and still work. What are you talking about, man? Honestly, conflict for me has revealed to me a part of my nature that I didn't know before. Conflict has forced me to go to therapy. Conflict has forced me to see the mistakes that I've done. But also conflict has made a lot of people into me. Conflict has grown me closer to my friends, to my family, to my partner. Right? Conflict is a beautiful thing, and too many people have negative connotations because when they grew up, they saw conflict as violence, as negative. And maybe your mom tried to stand up to your dad and he shut her down. And so you learned that standing up creates more problems. You know, when in reality, conflict fixes more things. You know, it's just some things are not fixable. And conflict shows you that. And it goes back down to the fear of walking away. You don't want to meet that reality. It's like when you're broke and you're buying something and you know you're broke, but you just don't want to check because it hurts more to check that you're broke rather than life force you to see that you're broke ass. I'm so sorry. I've been broke too, man. I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Well, what am I doing in Mexico? Think about that, right? So yeah, man, my love. Listen, man, don't be afraid of this, man. If they don't like you because you're standing up for yourself, move away. That's how you grow as a person. You're gonna end up respecting yourself if you do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mindful Attraction University, taught by Professor Alex, where I teach you all of the strategies to improve your dating life and all of the courses that I have all in one place. And you can get it at a highly discounted rate. So that means you can purchase all of my basic courses without the bundles, usually at $600. You can purchase it now at $399, people, not $400. $399 for psychological purposes. Yeah, that's right. Oh my fucking God, he's showing us a scam. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Father Alex does that. So that means you could get emotional mastery, the psychological game of attraction, the feminine woman, natural chemistry, charisma blueprint, and nice girl at a discounted rate. But then, if you want to get the master's degree of the Mindful Attraction University, taught by Professor Alex, you could get the premium version, where usually all of the courses cost $1,200. Now you can purchase them all at $799 or 4 payments of $200. You guys can now also do like a payment plan. Feminine woman, emotional mastery, the whole shebang with all of the bonuses at one lower price, people. And with that, honestly, this is the type of thing that I know that if you guys get, it'll fix your dating life in ways you guys cannot imagine. Now, my worry is that it is a lot of content. Like it is, and I'm not a fan of giving people a lot of content because I don't want informational junkies. But this is the best way to get it all at all in one price. Now, look, mind you, it's if you purchase the bundle, I'm just gonna be honest, there's no refunds. Purchasing the whole bundles. If you guys think you guys are not gonna like it, I would prefer if you guys buy one course to see if you like it, and if you don't like that course, you could get your money back and don't purchase the bundle, right? But if you like that course, you guys can send me an email and say, hey, can I upgrade to the bundle, pay the difference, and there you guys will get it. But it's just that, look, man, you guys know my content. If you like one course, you like it all, right? So that's the only caveat. But I know damn well if you purchase it, your dating life will never be the same. Okay. Now, for those who purchase the courses but want to add to the bundle, you guys can message me and maybe we could come up with a price so that you guys can get it while being able to not have to pay all the crazy prices. Okay. So just click on the description down below. There you'll see the ability to purchase the wifey basic package, which is the one that you see here for $3.99 without the bundles and without the bonuses. But if you guys want to purchase it with the bonuses, which is a lot of content, and I'm afraid because it's a lot of content, you guys can purchase it right here with either 4 payments of $200 or one-time payment of $7.99, right? And yeah, and by the way, I made this design, Father Addicts is being inclusive here and stuff like that. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully you guys can support the channel by purchasing those courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.